Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing fine and dandy this evening. The sun's trying to come out. Oh, how pleasant. Let's tap right in and see what storyline Spirit would like to share with us this afternoon. Thanks for being here, everybody. It's always a pleasure to be here with you. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Collective energy. Please, Spirit. Collective energy. In the central energy, the Fool, new beginnings, innocence, and this is, I love this, and this is kind of how I live my life. I've always kind of lived this. A lot of people have called me reckless. That I've been called careless because I tend to take risks that others think are foolish. And I think that a lot of us may do something like that in life. And I do believe it's because we have a particular path that we are needing to walk, which requires a certain amount of recklessness, right? So anyway, you can call it bravery, you can call it reckless, you can call it careless, you can call it foolish, you can call it what you want, but you got a new beginning here. You're going to move in blind faith and total trust, and you're going to walk right off that cliff like your wings are going to unfold and you're going to take off. Challenged by a Queen of Swords reversed. Somebody is being overly emotional, and they're being cruel, bitter, narrow-minded. Easily influenced. Somebody who will believe whatever they're told and they don't investigate or do any research. They just act foolishly. In the subconscious, judgment. You're calling a judgment. On yourself, on your life, on your circumstances, who you're involved with, who you allow presence. It's a new phase. In the recent past, the Page of Wands, you are a free spirit. You've got your freedom and limitless potential. The path is wide open for you. And there's passion here. With those wands, it's like you're inspired. You're inspired. You're inspired and you're like, woo, let's get with it, right? Ready to explore. Intentions and expectations. Ace of Pentacles and the upright. So there is a new career opportunity, perhaps. Some form of prosperity. Oops, let me move the mouse. There you go, little boy. in the near future. Oh, Seven of Wands in the upright. You have been challenged. You have been challenged, but you have been able to maintain control, hold your own, stand up for yourself. You have protection, and you are persevering. And this is the completion of a cycle. It's over. And at this time, I would like to say blessings. Heartfelt blessings to all of our foundation keepers at this time. Thank you. In the lens that's being looked through right now, we've got the star. So there is a recovery, a rejuvenation, a spiritual fortune, entering into purpose, entering into a purpose. Leave behind these games, these competitions, this bull crap, man, and discover what it is we are, right? And what it is we're capable of, and the potential, and as a collective, what can we create? In the environment, we've got the devil reversed. Detachment, restoring control, freedom. That could be leaving behind this Queen of Swords reversed. Letting it go. Healing. Ending that cycle. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. So yeah, there's a fear or a hope by somebody about rivalry and competition. So it's still alive within the energy field, right? This collective field. Even though circumstances are winding down, the energy is still very much present. And the outcome, strength. You are strong. You are courageous, perseverant, very much capable and able. And very generous too. Very kind and generous. You have a solid foundation here, and it's time to celebrate. It's frugal, it's not flamboyant, it's not, gold-rimmed platters and ballroom dances and stuff. Unless, of course, you take ballroom dancing, if they even offer that still. But this is really good. This is really good. You're leaving it behind, you're cutting it out. Let's get us some more clarification. This is a good way to start this read. I like it. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Excuse me. Third party. So you're the fool. You're like, I've got some new beginnings. I'm going to go walk off this cliff. And this third party here is not happy. They're this Queen of Swords energy in the reverse. And you're calling judgment on it. You're like, calling judgment. Their values are all about money. They're overly emotional. They're cold-hearted and cruel. They're a third party, and you're calling judgment on this, and you're taking off on a new venture. You're like rebirth, freedom from that. Freedom from that. And there's no forgiveness. It is what it is. So you're excited, got your freedom. You've got this. You're inspired. You've got a new, abundant opportunity. Maybe a new career. You've got a solid foundation there. With that Four of Pentacles, and you've got enough. You've got enough. So your foundation may be a frugal foundation, but it's wealth security, and you have enough that you can be generous to others. You can share. You have enough to share. Who needs more than that? So somebody was dishonest, somebody's being dishonest. You're a free spirit. You're moving on. You've got your freedom. You're moving away from this dishonest person. They're like, by lying, I ripped us apart. And you're like, yeah, I'm coming into my new career. I've got my new job. I've got my new life. I'm moving forward. And you feel that this dishonest person is unworthy of moving forward with you. You called judgment on it. You're like, no, I'm not. I'm not bringing you with me. And there's this competition. This competition here is over. You stood up for yourself. You protected yourself. You persevered through that challenge. You held your own. And this is the completion of that cycle. This is a leech. A leech. Succubus, whatever you want to call it. So there's somebody wants to have a conversation. This is the end of a cycle. You persevered through your challenge. You're coming. This is the end of the cycle with this World card here. And either you want to have a conversation with somebody wants to have a conversation with you. There is conversation happening. You got the Star here. And so there's healing and renewal. And somebody's feeling broken and shattered because you have regained control from over this toxic environment and presence in your life. You are an irreplaceable being, and it's too late for anyone to take any action against you. You have restored control and gained your freedom over this limited, dark, crowd or environment. This toxic environment, petty, unexpected outcome. They didn't go the way they planned. So this third party situation, I don't know. I mean, I guess it was like a worldwide plan. I mean, everybody was in on it except for those of us who wanted love and never got it, but except for what we gave ourselves, fortunately. So it was an unexpected outcome. You were just too damn strong. And they want to escape. they have low energy. They have no energy. They're separated from you. They're away from you. You're too strong. They're separated from you. They're in very low energy. They're feeling overwhelmed. They're feeling overwhelmed, and whoever it is, somebody hasn't given up on you yet. There's somebody who wants to have a conversation with you, or there's somebody that you have in mind that you want to have a conversation with. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Courage. You are very courageous. You have inner strength. It's not like brawn or I'm the best. What are those? Those Brazilian jiu-jitsu guys, man. Don't tangle with them. But you've got courage. You possess inner strength, you know? I mean, it's like your endurance, your spiritual endurance is like phenomenal. I used to do things on purpose that would cause me a lot of agitation and a lot of challenge emotionally and energetically. Like I would put myself in a circumstance that I would be challenged in, and then I considered it being a rubber band, a brain exercise. You know, you read and you have to create the story, the visual, and all of that. So it's like a brain exercise. But with the stretching of the rubber band, you put yourself in challenging positions, and then you stretch your endurance, right? And it's like, oh, I just don't know if I can handle this anymore, right? It's done, and you relax. It's much the same way with any challenges that we face in life, whether we give them to ourselves or whether they're presented to us. It's an opportunity to expand like that rubber band, and then just kind of relax. Expand, contract, expand, contract. Perseverance. It allows you to persevere. See, some folks, they shrink with fear. All they do is shrink, and they shrink, and they shrink, and they shrink, and they try to get as small as they can, and then they lose their elasticity, and then they're just this little shrunken mass of rubber, right? So by expanding and then relaxing and expanding, then you don't lose your elasticity, and then you gain capacity with every expansion. You can stretch out a little bit more, right? And the guys who lift weights, and women too, you know, when they push their muscles, you know, I mean, they can lift a little bit more weight, you know. It's just like pushing it, stretching the capacity. It's the same with the mind, you know. In the mind, you got to challenge yourself. And that means, you know, a lot of these psychic things are not pleasant, you know. And we present ourselves this opportunity to withstand the uncomfortable. And it's all about expansion. It's all about gaining capacity. Some folks gain money. You know, that's all they care about. They don't want to hold more. They don't want to expand more. They don't want to be more. They just want to look like it. But they're real snotty and cruel while they're doing it. It feels so good when you get to relax, you know? It's like, oh. Well, this person, this Queen of Swords here reversed, is cruel. They are not grateful for anything. Their values are all about money, and this is over. However that resonates for you, whether it be just done or literally done. I don't know, but you're calling judgment and there's no forgiveness. Humor in the reverse. This is really something serious. You've gained your freedom from this dishonest person. It's it's like what they wanted for you is what they're getting. You persevered through it, and so now they're challenged by it. You persevered through it, and so now they're challenged by it. You are love. And acceptance. So you accept the things that cannot change, and this one needs to accept the things they cannot change. It's like it is what it is. They're dishonest and they're unworthy. And there's like a death. There's like a judgment and a death. Like done. And the world is complete. It's like done, overdone, done, done, done. It's almost like somebody got caught doing something really bad to try to take somebody's new beginning. And it failed. And it failed. They are unworthy of this new beginning. It failed. Whatever they did, it failed. It backfired. They're challenged by death now. And the world is over. This competition is done. You maintained control. You persevered through that challenge. You've got perseverance here twice. And this is the completion of that cycle. There's conversation here. I want to call you and hear your voice. So you do have a nice connection here. With an irreplaceable person who possibly thinks you are also irreplaceable. Regret. Yeah. This unworthy person is in regret. They're feeling broken and shattered over your healing and rejuvenation, your renewal. They try to take you out. They could have been draining your energy. But you were too strong. And you're a star, so you renewed, you healed. Like whatever they were doing to you, whatever with this death card, you healed from whatever that was. You renewed yourself and you were able. It's like this has happened the other day. It was like there was like a death without a death. I don't know. This adversity, it's like so weird. It's like the Most High God is like, not today, Satan. My chosen ones, my stars are gonna staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive. The power of God, the power of the Almighty. You know, who would have thunk? These ones didn't think, obviously. They didn't think that this was going to turn out like that. Courage. Somebody is broken and shattered because of your courage, because of your strength. This reflection did whatever they thought would crush them. They did, and you are made from different fabric. So control has been restored. You are found to be irreplaceable. It's too late for anybody to take action against you. They still have hopes of bringing conflict. For this petty clashing, that's an unexpected outcome. This reflection. It's like, it is what it is. We got envy in the reverse. Envy in the reverse. You are irreplaceable. You're not envious. You're not envious. You are free. You restored control. And you're detached from this toxic Queen of Swords energy, and there's death there. So I don't know if it's a spiritual death, if it's a physical death, if it's like a relationship is over. It could be, take it as it resonates, whatever it is for you. Could mean a lot of things. Imagination. It was all in their imagination. It was all in their head. All this conflict, they thought they were going to get what you had coming to you, and it was just a freaking imagination. They played a game with their self. You're a being who is in service to others, and you feel good when you can help others. These ones don't feel good when they can help others. They spend all their time trying to destroy others. And you not only help others, but you help yourself. So they can't help themselves, let alone help others. They didn't grow. They had no expansion of consciousness or awareness or capacity. To withstand adversity. Because nobody was bringing adversity to them. They were bringing adversity to others who, like in the beginning, I had no idea they even existed. I was like, I thought I had I thought it was something else, what the doctor said, but it wasn't that at all. 3 freaking cycles, man. Judgment. They don't know what to do now. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. I am amazed and grateful for the mastery and the dedication of those who are clearing the foundation. I would just like to say that again, because I really, it's just, it means a lot. It means a lot. Marriage. So you persevered. You've got new beginnings. There's a marriage here. There's conversation. You may want to have a talk with whoever it is that you got on your mind. And family room. You got this third party here doing something in a family room. But you persevered through it. Their values were all about money. And it's like this, they were trying to get your money, get your wealth, get your star quality, get your essence or whatever, because they're cruel and bitter and they don't have any gratitude. They're not grateful for anything and they just want your stuff. But you survived, you persevered because you're strong and you're courageous. You don't make decisions in life based on fear. You are high honor and you're not in poverty. And they are challenged because whatever they did, man, you persevered through, and now they're having to deal with it. And they're not happy about it. You're high honor and you're not in poverty, and they couldn't. They're yeah. You're calling judgment on that, or somebody's calling judgment on that. They're not getting forgiveness. This isn't funny. They were coming after your great fortune, your vitality, your literal life, and your energy, your soul. They're your soul, everything that is you. This false person lied, tried to play you like a fiddle. Lovers. In the recent past, you could have been this person's lover, third party. So obviously there was some kind of connection there. But you're calling judgment on that, and you're like, whoever this is, it's like maybe you're in like a love union, like you have your eye on somebody, but maybe you got this third party that's trying to interfere with your divine kingdom spouse and you coming together. So they attacked you, and you persevered through the attack, and now they're challenged because you're high honor, you're not in poverty, you still got all your stuff, your great fortune and all that, and judgment is being called, and they have to deal with this death. Whatever they did in a family room, they have to deal with it now. It failed. They are unworthy, and their plan failed. They're not innocent. They aren't innocent. And it's weird, doing stuff in a family room and then like trying to punish you for something that you didn't do. It's weird. I don't know how this magic stuff worked, but it seems a little weird to me. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Somebody's in regret. They're in regret because it failed. They couldn't undo you. You persevered. They're feeling broken and shattered because they couldn't unalive you. And you were able to complete the cycle intact with your spiritual inheritance. And your connection to somebody who's divine. Somebody who isn't this shadowy character that's going into a coffin. They got death here in the challenge position, and the lens that's being looked through is coffin. This third wheel enemy is going in a coffin. There's you're not an envious person, and there's control restored over this toxic connection and circumstance. You're irreplaceable, and it's too late to take any action. Imprisonment. These people who envy you, they can't come with you. They're not coming forward. You have restored control over those who are envious of you and tried to undo you, who tried to make you like disappear from the book of life. Literally. And there's no envious persons on this side of time, and they're facing imprisonment. On this side of time, they can't come. Okay? Competition, petty egos. This did not go the way they were expecting. They're stuck in their head. They're playing it all around. They're like spin and spin. Spinning wheel, got to go round. Now who's spinning? They're thinking about your unexpected income. That's all they ever wanted was money. That's all they can ever think about is money. It's like weird, man. It's like a mental viral thing. Like they're possessed. by shiny things or something. It's weird. So, okay, you're a wealthy man, or you're going to be a wealthy man. You could be a mature man. Or it could be that there's a mature man, a mature, wealthy man who is a reflection. You know what? There's no real genders out here until you look at the lens. And this is a masculine on this card, thinking about a feminine. So I don't know, but there's marriage here in the freaking thing. You got a new beginning. You got a new beginning. So whatever you got on the outgoing energy, there's a mature man, a wealthy man, a privileged lady, and distant horizons. Okay. Now, there's strength here, but you've also got a reflection, a shadowy character who did not grow or expand in consciousness or awareness or in any way whatsoever. They were just too focused on getting a fancy dress or something. I don't know. So, for sure, I'm going to say one of you is a privileged lady. And you could be a mature, wealthy man. And you're leaving behind this third party who is a reflection and they didn't grow in consciousness and awareness. So they're getting left behind. No third parties, no envious people, nobody who wants to unalive you because you're too bright and shiny and happy. They're in despair. They're in despair over your gift and your house because they're in bad health. It's weird. You know what it's like? I mean, it's literally like the dead and the living. And it's literally like the dead need the energy from the living in order to live, right? But it's almost like they didn't have permission. Like they cheated. They tricked, they cheated, they did something and they like took shortcuts or they took a turn before they were allowed a turn and they really messed up everything for a whole bunch of people because they were feasting on the vitality of the living when it wasn't supposed to be working like that. And it's like, I don't know, it's like communications, it's like everything was messed up, man. But now that they're cut off, it's like now they're going back into their dim reflective state and they're being disconnected from those who have the light source. Back to like reset, back to like those who had escaped or whatever and somehow found a body, whether it be a synthetic or organic. I don't know how that kind of stuff works. Walk-ins, I don't know how that stuff works. I know it works. I know it does. But even that, you got a low vibrational energy entity inside of a high vibrational cloak, right? It's weird. I don't know. I'm just so grateful that the master strategist, the Most High, and all of the divine warriors and foundation keepers, the old dominion, all the old gods, all of those who know about creation and what holds the fabric of it together are putting things right. So the third party doing things in a family room that you persevered through, and you've got your new beginning, your marriage, they're hesitating. They want to compromise because whatever it was didn't work. And you are seen as high honor. You're not in poverty. And this cruel person was after your essence because they thought, energy is money, and that's what they wanted, and it didn't work out how they wanted it to. They don't have any gratitude because what? Because now they have to deal with what you persevered through. You persevered through. So there's an agreement, right? Whatever they agreed to in this family room with whomever they were working with, is still open because you persevered. So they weren't able to close out this agreement because you survived. And now they have to deal with that. We've got evidence in the reverse. They're trying to hide evidence. Or there wasn't any evidence against you. So whatever they did in this family room wouldn't stick to you because whatever they did, it wouldn't stick to you. There's no evidence that it belonged to you. It's weird. I don't know. It was like they were trying to lay somebody else's karma onto you. Maybe their own. It's like they were trying to lay their own karma onto you, which was a death sentence. But the Most High's checking stuff out. And you're high honor. There's no evidence that this death sentence belongs to you. And that's a challenge. So your judgment is being called. You are this. You are this. You're not this reflection. Most High can see. You're not this reflection. You're not the one who received this sentence. You're a sweetheart. And you're coming into a sweetheart of a union. Yeah, this person tried to steal destiny swap with you, and they're not going to get forgiveness. This is not a lighthearted manner. They have to accept the things they cannot change. You've got your freedom from this shadowy character, and they are bound to their commitments. This false person who is a liar, who is dishonest, is bound to their commitments. Their destiny isn't your destiny. You've got your freedom and you've got love union here. And they have to accept the things they cannot change. They failed. They've been found unworthy. They are not innocent. And you come into a new job, a new financial opportunity, a new career, prosperity. And they're protesting because they're being separated from you. They're being cut off. It says you're a better person than I am. And it's like, why didn't you just try to be a better person? They're in regret because they failed to unalive you. You were protected. You were either protected yourself or you had protection from your team, from the Most High. You were able to persevere twice. And this is the completion of this cycle. It's time to celebrate life. You want to have a conversation with your lover, with your sweetheart here, with the one that you are marrying, the one that you are in union with, and the one that you are fated to be with. It's fate. And these ones are in regret and stressed out because they couldn't take your life path. You're courageous. You're a star. And you're receiving healing and rejuvenation while these ones are feeling broken and shattered, getting a coffin. You're the gift. And I keep coming back to that, what Spirit told months ago. It's like they lost their wish come true when they came for you. You were here improving life. And they wanted to reward you by trying to destroy you. That was their reciprocation. They wanted to destroy the one who was improving their life. Your high value, reservation, extravagance, worth. You're very high value. People love you. People take care of you. Like you're very well protected. People want to make sure you're going to do okay. You're loved. Like and I don't know, there's a difference, I swear there is, between men and women when it comes to cars. Like my father, he waxes his cars all the freaking time. He hand washes them and wax them. And he's got like 3 cars and he does it for all of them. And he loves doing that. And it's not just 1 coat of wax. It's like 3 coats of wax, man. So, I mean, that's how a man loves his car, right? It's like such a precious item. And that's how people see you. You have restored control over this toxic environment and situation. You are irreplaceable. And those who were envious of you, they don't get to be here in the environment with you. They've got this imprisonment here. This is really over. You're going to, marriage. Here twice. And here you're all calm. Somebody's thinking about you. And these ones who are doing supernatural disturbances and who've been doing these weird things, trying to mess with people's minds and lives and do like demonic attachments and stuff to people, that's being stopped. They can't do this to people anymore. You're courageous. You've got a subtle power. You're a privileged lady. Please do what you need to do with the genders. There's also a wealthy man, mature male here. So let's clarify, because you've also got a reflection who didn't grow, who did a mask wear. Mask wear. So you've got a mask wearer who's a dim reflection. They were pretending to be you, but they didn't grow in expansion of consciousness or awareness. So they did not grow at all. They didn't do any work to try to improve themselves. They only tried to be you, to steal your commitments and your marriage and your status and your title and your energy and your life, and they're frightened. The mask wearer is frightened. This mask wearer, it could be another feminine who was trying to be you. That envied you, that wanted to take part in your marriage, working. They thought it was a bright idea, but you were ready for it. You might have seen it coming, and you're worth saving, or maybe you were saved, and you're coming into your real estate. You may be blind, or maybe those who were coming after you, those who were bribing people to curse you, they're facing confinement and perhaps losing their sight. They won't be able to check in on you and mess with your life anymore. Justice is served for eternal love. The stubborn people who were coming after your family tree with natural disasters, or if they fell into a trap. And you're entering into your family. You're relaxed. You've got this coming for you, so just relax. These ones want to apologize. They're in danger, and they're going through withdrawals. They're in a nightmare. But that's not your issue. It's the whole network that was coming after your blessing out of pride. That's not your issue. Don't feel bad for them. They didn't feel bad for you. They were laughing, celebrating your pain and suffering. focusing on the day when you would no longer be present, or you would be enslaved into a really bad situation. That's what they wanted. To soul trap you into some hellscape. But it looks like they're going to have to fulfill that offer. Sorrow. So you've got somebody here, a third party, whoever, you may not even know who this person is. But they know you and they're messing around with you. They're confused and in sorrow because whatever they did in a family room didn't work. They want to compromise with you. It's like, okay, come on, let's compromise, because you're a high honor, and they couldn't put you in poverty. They couldn't put you in death. They're challenged because death is still here, but their values are all about money, and there's no evidence that that death sentence belonged to you. It didn't stick to you. It's like it doesn't belong to you. It's theirs. They called in death, and the universe said it wasn't for you. The universe said it wasn't for you. There's no forgiveness here. There's no humor at all regarding this topic. They need to go see the doctor. They may have been doing this consistently to you. They're sad because they were doing it constantly and it didn't work. They were constantly sending death magic to this wealthy man's wife. And they're sad because it didn't work and they're facing prison. An old woman. An old woman. You're a sweetheart. Judgment is being called on this situation. You're a sweetheart and you're a great fortune. This person is a mask-wearing shadow. Enemy. A mask-wearing shadow enemy. And they're not receiving forgiveness. They're a false person, a liar who is a false person, and they're bound to their commitments. The commitments they tried to bind you to, they are bound to. And it's so sad to me, you know, that this group of people were convinced that this was the way. Rather than just trying to increase their own value, they spent their entire existence trying to decrease somebody else's value. It's just such a weird, wacky plan, you know, for life. It's like, this is my life plan. Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, I dreamed it up myself. Yes, I did. Oh, you know, I don't know. What? Love. They have no love in them. They don't have any love in them. They've been found unworthy. They're not innocent. They failed to separate you from your divine counterpart, and they're protesting. because they're being separated. There is conversation. People are talking about it. And what's this little one peeking out here? They're in despair. Somebody wants to have a conversation with you. It's fated. This is the completion of a cycle. This is the completion of this challenge. You have been protected, and you have stood your own, held your ground, maintained control. These ones are in regret, forever coming after you. They're stressed out. They're not sleeping. Yeah, the reunion's happening, darling. You're coming into union. You are the gift, you're the star, and you're courageous on top of it. And these ones are broken and shattered because there's this coffin. They got to go back into the shadows? I don't know. It's like, why would you do that? Pleasure seekers. That's why. Pleasure seekers. Pleasure! Pleasure! Reminds me of the other night when I woke up. I was to a vision of Mickey Mouse making Swiss cheese. Pleasure! Pleasure! They're in melancholy because this envious person can't come with you, and they are facing imprisonment, and they're sad. Like wherever they're being locked up, I don't know if it's purgatory or some other heavenly jail cell or whatever. I don't know. I don't know about this stuff. I wasn't raised with this stuff. I don't know, man. My friends were trees, okay? Malady. They're sighing because they're sick. They're sad because they're sick. They have no energy. So they were living on your vitality, and now they don't have it. You're the you're the privileged lady. And on the distant horizons, yes, you're very courageous. Subtle power. Coming in with a wealthy man, a wealthy, mature man, and this mask wearer who did not grow or expand. They're like a shadowy character, and they're frightened. Of prison. They're frightened about prison. A young woman. Soldier. Trying to take your house. Wanting consolation. This is a surprise. They didn't figure they'd lose. They didn't figure they'd lose. You got something to be happy about. You're very consistent. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. I mean, you look at the fabric of the universe and it's pretty consistent, right? What is it? I don't know. I'm not into quantum physics or any of that. You all probably know way more than I know about that. But hey, so here we are. Even though, there's a lot of marriage out here on the board. There's like lovers, marriage, calm, reunion, high value, irreplaceable. I mean, it's going to happen like any time now. And you're going to be like, no! Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll see you on the next one, everybody.